What's going on, guys? I'm over at Cotterpins right now, and all day today he kind of went through this S2000, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you what he got done today. So let's get to it right now.
Pretty awesome ground right there too. This should work good between carbon and painted metal. The further you dig into this thing, the worse it gets. There's just wires soldered together, nothing taping them. All the wire tuck, wires hanging, there's a wood screw. The headlight is completely just broken, nothing holding it in, with some baling wire and some zip ties. The brake line run through the control arm. All the wiring on this side, the wire tuck. They did a pretty good job. The giant hole that they ripped through there. Pretty awesome. The starter, I don't know if you can see that. The starter just flops around. It's nice and tight. Now I'm really interested. There's something down in there, and I can't tell what it is. We're gonna take it apart right now and find out. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Cow, sheep, goat, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how that ends up in your radiator hose, but that's pretty awesome. So I got all the drive shaft bolts out, but the slip yoke is buried into the transmission and the drive shaft has absolutely no play. So if the converter starts to swell in this, it'll push the converter and the flex plate all the way up and smash the thrust bearings in the motor. So here's another one. Just shove some zip ties through the fins on the intercooler to mount the tranny cooler. That's not bad for anything. Whole front subframe, motor tranny are out. All the brake line shit stuff is cut off. And then you can see how nice of a job they did clearancing the tranny tunnel for the Turbo 400. And now you can actually see the gap and the washers. Super nice FTI Turbo 400. We're gonna get it all apart, put the motor on the stand, pull the head, pull the pan, check it all, make sure it is what they said it was supposed to be. Rear diff is out. We'll get the whole subframe and everything dropped out of it, and then start putting stuff back together.
So I just got here in cotter pin, as you saw, has got this thing all tore apart. He's gonna give us a quick little overview of what he got done today, although you've already probably seen it. He's gonna scan it all with me real quick and give me an overview of what got done and where we're at and what else we found.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff. It is an interesting deal.
From front to back, there's just everything is wrong.
Yeah, everything.
I mean, everything. So, I mean, you can start literally from the front. This is how the intercooler was mounted.
So it had some bolts, but that didn't get tightened. We just keep going through it.
The wiring, I mean, front to back, the wiring where your brake line is supposed to mount, that's pretty much ripped off.
No, this headlight's kind of on.
That one's got one bolt.
This side, we're gonna have to go through and probably find a headlight or something. That thing's pretty beat up.
Both upper bolts are ripped off. They're zip tied and baling wired.
And then over here, you showed me this wiring harness.
The wood screw. The wood screw holding it.
So he showed me this wiring harness here, and to keep this stuff hanging up there, we have a screw right here that kind of dangles from. So that is kind of how that decided to get mounted. And then they kind of cut squares in the body to bring the wiring through. So there is a spot there.
There's a spot there. There's a nice spot in here too. Yeah, I don't even know where I want to start.
Oh my goodness. So we will go through and repair all of this.
Yeah, looks like they just punched a hole through it.
Yeah, just kind of punched through there. We're gonna have to replate this, fix that. It's pretty beat. I know you guys are in there going, holy crap. So are we, honestly. But it all can be fixed. It's just getting all this out.
Getting all of it out.
We keep getting it gutted. Found some strange wiring deal in here. So a bunch of little stuff there. He got this adapter stuff all off today. I don't know what you found with that.
So the adapter had 3 bolts. There was one here, here, and here, and they all had washers in behind them. So it was just like, so the adapter is supposed to bolt flush up against the block.
Yeah.
It had 2 washers in between this bolt, and this bolt, bolting it to the block.
I don't know what the reasoning was behind that.
I don't know.
I don't either.
The flywheel was missing.
Pretty thick plate.
There's one bolt missing out of the flywheel that we're gonna have to find.
Okay. It does look like a decent transmission deal.
It is.
Little
It's
turbo
400.
Yeah.
With
And
FTI converter.
And then a little 8.8
Yeah.
with like the Porsche style ends and everything. So this stuff is pretty decent.
Yeah.
This is good stuff for sure.
To get the drive shaft out, I had to unbolt the diff and drop the diff down out of it because the drive shaft would not slide in anymore.
That's crazy. That is wild. And then I heard you found some toys today.
I found some stuff today. So there was a Lego that was sitting down on top of the intake manifold. And then this guy, I had to stick it back in to show Brent when he got over here.
That is hard to believe.
There was a cow or a
literally holy cow, right? Is that real?
We're gonna mount that somewhere on the car.
Yeah, has a little mascot of some kind.
That's the mascot of the car.
Holy cow.
Yeah. And just all
Wow.
the fuel lines and brake lines and just ripped it all out. Start over.
We'll start over. You got the suspension all off. Kind of noticed these mounts were all jiggly. And while we're out, you know, he's gonna take this all apart. We'll get this cross member all repainted, everything kind of refurbished and nice, and really just run back through it. I mean, there's a few things we gotta do, a few things we gotta take care of before stuff goes back in. I'm gonna have him pull the oil pan off the motor and the cylinder head. You know, head gaskets are cheap.
Yep.
Might as well know what's in it, just so, you know, he knows what is really in it. Here's that piece. I kept going, man, the oil pressure sensor didn't get tightened.
Oh, it's just a little thread.
Yeah, it's just a little deal. But he's got a good, you know, he's got tons of good parts here.
Yeah. And then you can see one thing else I did notice on the other side, where the thermostat housing, the two big bolts on there are gone.
Oh.
And then the actual thermostat housing, this one's
Well, yeah,
cross-threaded.
these are the whole water.
Is that the water pump?
Bolts, yeah. And this hose all kinked up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least we got her down. It looks way better apart.
It looks way better apart. Looks like you got a lot of nice parts.
Yeah.
You need to put it back together.
Right. So I think that's where we're at right now. We've got a good handle on what's going on. As you saw, Jeff got it all apart today, went through everything, and and we're gonna start finding some hardware, getting this thing back together as quickly as we can. As soon as we address all the other little stuff with the body and make sure that's all good and everything seems legit, or at least fits now. So that's gonna do it for today. I appreciate you guys' support. It's pretty awesome having Cotterpin back at the shop and Kevin, and kind of bringing the whole team back. It's been a really neat experience the last couple weeks. And you know, not everything with this COVID thing's so bad, because I got my boys back. So it's pretty rad. So I appreciate you guys watching. Give us a like, subscribe, and stay tuned.